G'day everyone, welcome back. Josh here. We're on the hunt for some yabbies today, but we've got a slight problem. I'm going to give you a look at something. I'm actually sitting down in the bottom of the creek. Look at it, absolutely bone dry. I'm going to shoot back. I'm going to show you a little bit of footage of this particular spot right here where I'm standing. We'll put this bait down here next to this brush. There's got to be a yellow belly or something hiding down in there for sure. It's reasonably deep down in there too. I've got about 8 worms on that hook, 8 of them little red wigglers, so if there's anything down there, surely they won't be able to resist it. Hooked up. That worm's only been down there for a couple of minutes. Oh, it's a good yellow belly too. I'm going to have to deadlift him. Got him. Nice yellow belly. Yeah, so you can see how dry it is. That'd have to be a good 3 to 4 metre bank there. And the water was right to the top of the bank. And by the look of that water, I did have a look around. There's dead fish in there. It's green, mucky looking. Yeah, so even if I did get yabbies out of there, I wouldn't be eating them anyway, not with the dead fish, and the water there is putrid. So we'll keep moving and see if we can find some water somewhere. So I think I found somewhere we can pull up and throw some traps in, and this place actually really surprised me, given how dry the last one was. Check this out. And I can't give away the location of this particular creek, because I don't think the locals would be too happy with me if I did. It's a secret spot. Good yellow belly in here. I really didn't expect it to have this much flow at all. It doesn't seem to have, the water level doesn't seem to have dropped one little bit. I'm not too sure where this water's coming from, but we'll take it. So I reckon we might throw 3 or 4 traps in, find a few dead spots where there's not much current. I do have a few worms there. We might even throw a worm on and see if we can catch a fish while the yabbie traps are soaking. And I don't think I'm going to wander too far today just to test this place out. I've never actually yabbied in this particular spot. I have been up the creek, up that way probably 4 or 5 k's, and we've got some good sized yabbies up there. And I don't want to go too deep with it. And that's particularly deep actually. I was expecting it to be a lot shallower. Anyway, I'll put the first one here. I reckon we'll just spread them out along here, probably 50 metres or so. So I've got my rod down in that little dead spot there. I didn't even check it on the way past. We might check it on the way back, getting the other traps. We've got this little dead spot. You can see that the current isn't flowing at all here, which is generally the best spot to put a trap. So I reckon we'll get number 2 out on the edge of the dead spot there. My rod's here. I've got to try not to trip over my line. Doesn't look completely promising. I guess it's been in 5 minutes or so. It's not pulling at all. I'll just take it steady in case it's just not running off with it. Doesn't feel promising. Oh yes. Oh, there was one on there then. I'll sit him back down there. I'll go and get my scoop, and we might even just try and get that fella before we put the other 2 traps in. We'll take our time this time. Oh yes, and he's back. Got him. He's not huge, but he's a start. And he's not letting go now. Didn't even need me scoop. Little bugger flinged straight off before. We'll take him for a start, just in case we need a bit more bait. I did say I wasn't going to go far, but I'm nearly thinking we might even go for a walk. I can see the river bends just here, comes back around, so we'll go for a walk up on this bend and have a look. We'll just stick to the tracks and make plenty of noise. I see a big brown, I'm out of here. Oh, look at this. This looks like a bloody nice bank to be fishing off, I can tell you that. We're gonna have to bring the line down here, I think. And I think we go with that. Plenty deep enough. I can see the main flows out here. I was going to go down here, but that's flowing a lot quicker down there than what it looks. We'll go with that. We'll find out shortly. There's going to be a freaking snake hanging around this tree, I can tell you. Look at this. We'll make plenty of noise. And I'm not going any further. We're going to put one here. I can see there's a bit of a dead spot. Bit of a island there. Looks like a few yabby holes in that bank actually. Come back here a bit. Yeah, that's better. Not really deep, but I don't think we want it really deep here. Everywhere I look, looks better and better. Just come up around the bend here. This little part of the creek down in there looks bloody good. The trouble is, look how dry it is. And I don't want to be driving my car through this stuff, gets up in your muffler and start a fire. I'll end up in jail. And we've got bushfires all around us. The smoke actually has cleared today. The last few days, you wouldn't have been able to see those trees in the distance. That's how smoky it was. It's just that bloody wind's blowing up. And we've had beautiful still days all week. Hardly a breath of wind. Come Saturday, as soon as I pull the camera out, it's blowing a bloody gale. I guess that's the way it goes. We will let them traps soak. Got 4 traps in. I reckon I might throw a worm on this rod and see if we can't catch a fish. Better check our rod. Is that something heavy on there, or am I wrapped up? That's something heavy. We got one. Oh yes, got another one straight up on the rod. Well, that's a good sign. Hopefully them traps do all right. Hang in there, little fella. I think, oh no, oh yes, nice one too. Beauty. Yep, mate, you're not going back anywhere. You're going in the esky. Coming home with me. I'm gonna take a hot bath later. So I've had the idea, I've swapped that big bit of liver out for a worm. Just for the sake that, I reckon if there's a big yabbie in here, he's going to eat the worm. And also, if there's a fish getting around in here, he's going to eat the worm. So we're going to double our chances. Oh, I think something's picked that up straight away, yes. Wait, he's going straight up around that bag. Oh no, that was only a carp. He picked that straight up and he ran straight up the bank around that tree on me. Little bugger. I'll put a fresh worm on there. We'll go again. He's picked it up. He's picked it up. Oh no, dropped it again. Whatever's down there is having a crack at it straight up. Oh no, dropped it again. I reckon my hook might be a bit big for him. He's going to keep coming back for it. I'll keep giving it to him. Yep. Got you that time, you little bugger. Oh, got him that time. I didn't give him a chance. Oh, it's only a carp, but it's something. We'll keep persisting in this spot just for a little bit. Got him that time. Oh, he's a bit bigger, this one. I can't let him have too much line here. He's just going to wrap around those trees on me. And I don't want to make too much bloody commotion. Almost instantly. I reckon we'll get a couple of these carp. Not much worm left on there, but they seem to be hungry, so we'll give it to them. See how hungry they are. There's like a skerrick of worm on there. He's got him. Oh, jagged him. They're getting smaller. And I am going to go against my better judgment. We are catching plenty of carp just in that little backwater there. But I'm going to go out here. It doesn't look as snaggy. And we might be able to get down a little bit further. We can go out there somewhere. If I just get snagged straight up, then I'll move back. But I reckon in this flowing water, we might be more chance of jagging a yellow belly. Something there having a go at the rod. I don't know whether that's a fish or a yabbie. I think we're about to find out. Something with a bit of weight. I'll just bring it up slowly. Make sure it isn't a big yabbie. Oh, it is. It's a big yabbie. I'll get me net. I thought it was a bloody fish. And I want this fella. And I'm thinking what we might do. Yes! Not huge. Not a monster, but he's another good yabbie. And he's absolutely eating it. No wonder I thought he was a fish. What are you doing, little fella? You better let go because you're going to swim in a hot bath. Going in the hot tub later. He's going to tangle me line up, the little bugger. He's got himself all worked up in it now. Come on, let go. Look at what he's gone and done. He's gone and tied himself in a big knot. So I reckon I'll just keep an eye on that rod as I'm going and see how far I get. We'll go up here and we'll check this first trap we put in. And we'll use it as a gauge. Depending on how good it does, if we only get a couple, we might leave it a bit longer. If there's at least 10 in there, we'll run the traps. So impatient check. It's not really so impatient. Oh yes, you beauty! Got the mother load. I wouldn't really call it a mother load, but I think we got our 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 exactly. Oh well, I think that's someone trying to tell us something. I said if we get at least 10, we're going to go and check the traps. And there's 10 bloody beauties in there too. We'll have a look at them. 10 good sized yabbies, just checking them all for eggs as I'm going. And they're nice yabbies too. So I think we might even throw these traps back out and we'll give them another half an hour, I reckon. Holy dolly, that rod's going off. I've jagged something. I just heard it. Oh yes, nice one. Down there mucking around them. Oh, and he snagged himself up in there. Little bugger. Oh no, and he's around something solid too. Trap number 2. And that wind is really starting to blow up now. You can see it out there on the water. Oh yes. Not as good as the first trap. Actually got quite a few shrimp in that one. A heap of little shrimp, which I'm thinking we might keep and put on for bait. One nice yabbie. Going back through the bloody snake area. I don't like the look of this. Got my eyes peeled and making plenty of noise. And the trouble is out here, you got them king browns and they're actually aggressive. People say, oh, snake will get away from you, try and run. Yeah, right. I've actually been chased by them out here. Trap number 3. Well, I can hear a couple in there. Oh, only a couple. 3, and then a heap more shrimp. We'll keep them shrimp. We'll have a fish while we're having a cook up. I'm just entering this snake's den. It's bloody hot, sticky. These flies are bloody thick as. I can feel there's a big brown snake around here watching me somewhere. I've eaten 3 flies. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and go and check this last trap. And I'm just going to keep that camera running up through here, just to give you an idea of what I'm dealing with. Keeping my eyes peeled. Making plenty of noise. Like I said, making plenty of noise isn't necessarily the best option through this area, because I have seen the big brown snakes out here chase me, as I said. Chased multiple times. This is the best looking spot, I reckon. No, not necessarily. Heap more shrimp and 1 yabbie. We would have been better off stopping back right near the car. So I've made it back to camp. I've pulled them 2 traps up that were way down there. I don't want to be walking through there this time of day. It's way too sketchy. I've rebaited the rod. I did pull this rod in before I went up there, and I'm not going to go too far because the snaggy is bloody hell in this little creek. What I'll do is I'll throw a bell on this rod, which might be a little bit annoying in the video if we do jag something decent, but I've got the cooker going. We're going to have a feed. I don't know about a feed, we're going to have a snack. About 15 yabbies there, water boiling. They've been on the ice and they're pretty well asleep. I've just brought them out of the ice. That water's just boiling. I'll keep an eye on my rod. It's only 5 meters away at the most, and I've only got it in shallow, so I better just check the drag on that. And I better not forget and get carried away and drink a bit of water. Always remember, if you're out in the bush, if you're from the city, you're heading west, gets bloody hot out here, bring plenty of water with you. If you're heading out an hour from town and you think, oh, you'll only need your little water bottle, don't just bring your little water bottle. Bring at least 5 litres for each person that comes, because you just never know what happens. You break down out on the road, you may not get another vehicle come down it for 2 days. So 5 litres per person, don't leave home without it. And these insulated water bottles to go. Black's not the best colour because it heats up too quick. You keep it in the shade though, you'll be right. I've just put my yabbies on and that bell ding-a-ling-linged. I said it's only set really close to the bank, so it shouldn't take it and snag up. But I'm going to have to be onto it pretty quick because that many snags here, they'll just disappear under a stick and that'll be the end of it. But what I was about to show you, I just turned the camera on to show you this. Got the yabbies cooking on the back of the ute. That wind has actually died down a little bit. Check this out. You don't see that every day. A mummified kangaroo paw. And it's a fairly big roo too. We'll have to take him home and make a back scratcher. I'll keep that. Not every day you find something like that. I better check our yabbies, and I realised I didn't really give you much information about what we're doing today for our cook up. I got carried away. So what we're doing, it's pretty well going to be the first catch and cook of the summer, and I think we're going to be coming back to this spot, and we're not doing anything fancy at all. Look at that. Cooking beautifully. We're just having a straight up boil, no salt, no fancy flavourings, just straight up water. And I've got my little pot here. I did use it once or twice last year. I got it towards the end of last season, and it's a bloody ripper. Oh 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 no, that was a good bite. Oh, I've got him. Oh, I've got the camera in one hand. Look at this, I'm just pulling back. I'm not even winding, I'm just walking back up the bank. I got it. I think our yabbies are going to be done after this. I couldn't wind, I basically just grabbed the rod and walked backwards. I'll get him untangled before he tangles around that tree. So I might as well get it back out there. You never know, we might fluke a yellow belly. And I better check them yabbies because they're going to be overcooked, which doesn't really matter too much to me, but I know what people are going to be saying. You overcooked them. What we might do first, set up a little humpy here. I'm going to get a heap of this leaf litter, put in a little pile, and I'm going to show you the reason for that in a minute. There goes that aeroplane. There it is, look. You make it out, crop duster. They must be spraying a crop over there, which is a bit surprising because it's windy as heck up there. Righto, I can smell them now. I can smell they're getting cooked. And that's been on a raging boil for 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. They'd be well and truly cooked. Well and truly bloody cooked. We'll click that off and I'm going to show you the little trick. This is why I made that bed of leaves up. How good's that? Lift them straight off, no mucking around. Come down to the river. Sit them there on our little bed. That's why I made the little bed of leaves. Look at that, so they're not getting dirt on the pot. So what the idea is, the odd fly might get in there, but pretty unlikely. Like that's pretty warm. Lift our lid, tip all that ice in there, like that. We'll just let that ice melt through them yabbies. We'll give that a couple of minutes. Oh, look at that. Hey, couldn't ask for better. Shoo all the flies out, put the lid on, put our rubbish away. I'll bait that rod back up while they're cooling down a bit. I was just grabbing a drink and of course, got him again. Straight up. I was just grabbing a drink, just about to get into them yabbies, and another bloody carp. Well, that probably warned all them pies off from the last video. Bloody running backwards and forwards. Puffed out. I just went down, washed my hands, grabbed a bloody drink, about to tuck into these yabbies, and that rod went off again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave that rod out while we have some of these yabbies. Hopefully I've got you in frame there. I'll put him back because I want that big nipper. All we got to do, bust the shell off, just like that. Knock the vein out. You can eat that little tiny bit of meat. I've actually got some clean water in this one. Look at that, perfectly cooked. And just make sure I've got no dirt or anything on the lens. Perfect. Beautiful, fresh, straight out of the water. We'll go another one, eh? We'll go another one. What else we got in here? I'll mix that ice in around there a bit. Oh, another big fella there. We'll have him straight up. Yeah, they've cooled down. They've cooled down bloody beautifully. Another big fella. Just checking the camera, because I've got a habit of doing this, getting home, checking on the computer, and everything is out of frame and I can't use it. So hopefully we're in frame. I was just checking that rod again. I completely forgot I left it out of the water. And they're full of food, so they've been eaten. Give him a rinse off. Look at that, lovely. Beautiful little snack while you're sitting there fishing. I'd probably like to have that rod baited up while I'm eating, but I know what's going to happen. I'm going to be up and down every 5 minutes getting the carp off. And I just got the smell off my hands, so I'll leave that out for now. So that was a good little morning. Can't ask for better than that really. Few fish, few yabbies. Got a little snack to have near the river. I'm going to sit here, finish eating these. I think we're going to have to come back to this creek. I didn't expect it to have so much flow in it. I reckon if it keeps getting drier and we lose a bit of flow out of this creek, the yabbies are going to go off. There's still a fair bit of current there, which generally the yabbies don't like. So I think we're gonna have to make a trip back, and I think we'll bring the girls next time and bring a barbecue and have a lunch out here. Try and find a shady spot. It's getting bloody hot now. I'm gonna call it a day. Catch you next time.